All right. Welcome in, Nagy Nation. We've got a Super Bowl rematch here. The Eagles, the Chiefs. Of course, the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl slump. They have really struggled this season. They are 2-5. The Eagles have been very good, however. So we'll see how this one turns out. But the Chiefs very much looking for a win, but they've got stiff competition here, as the Eagles are an excellent squad, as you might expect. Jalen Hurts coming out here out of the tunnel in this big cross-conference matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. But certainly excited to have all of you here with us. Welcome in, Wendell. Excited to get this one going as you voted for it and we brought it. This is the NFC matchup game of the week spotlight for week 9. And Phil's going to get us going here. He is otherwise engaged today. He's got a gig he's playing this afternoon and evening. So he is going to be just getting us kicked off. And then I'll be calling this one for all of you. Hey, Mitchell, welcome in. That's right, just 1 week away, one short week away from camp opening up. Very excited for that. Of course, we'll get to see the Browns early in preseason this year as they are playing in the Hall of Fame game against the Jets. Should be an exciting game. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. They've got the ball first. And a handoff goes to Pacheco, but not very much going on there. Pickup of 1. Hey, Karen, welcome. Go Browns, Cavs, and Guardians. Mahomes out of the pistol. Throws to his outlet, and that one is brought down very quickly. Actually, a loss of a yard. Clyde Edwards-Helaire didn't have much room to work with, and so a 3rd and 10 coming, emptying out the backfield. Mahomes. Now airing it deep. Downfield and underthrown. He actually had a step. That was Valdez-Scantling with a step or two, but Mahomes with a rare underthrow, and so an incomplete pass instead. And so the Chiefs are going to go an early 3 and out and punt away. And so we'll see Jalen Hurts and the Eagles out on offense. And yeah, there you go. Phil has it for you there, Mason. A lot of interceptions for Mahomes. Not injured, just throwing interceptions. We saw a poor throw from him there, just well underthrown. Not intercepted, of course, but certainly not his best ball, as he seems to be struggling on the confidence factor in this season here for us in the sim. Jalen Hurts, pressure coming, and he just unloads over the middle. Fortunate to get that one away. They're not going to cut Mahomes. He's Mahomes. You don't cut Mahomes. Even in the sim, you don't cut Mahomes. A carry out to the left side for DeAndre Swift picks up 2, so we'll have 3rd and 8 coming. Jalen Hurts setting up a screen, and the ugly Madden screen trend persists, and not much going. So, back-to-back 3 and outs for both squads here, as we have had a lot of not great on offense in the early goings of this game. Good defense from both squads, containing the opposite side, but certainly a lot to be desired in terms of offensive football so far in this game, as we have seen 2 3 and outs and 2 punts in the early goings of this one. Yeah, no, 0 in real life. Yeah, I knew he was wearing 0, but but yes, the game does not allow that. So copy. DeAndre Swift will be number 5. Yeah, it could be pressure causing interceptions and a lot of sacks there. Mason, welcome in, by the way. You're absolutely right. That could be a factor also. We'll hand off to Pacheco, stretches to the right side and picks up a handful of yards. Well, I guess 2 yards. Not so much of a handful. But 3rd and 3 coming. Emptying out the backfield. Mahomes. He's now very fortunate to get that one complete. He did get it to Raishi Rice, but a pass interference call is going to add to the yardage here against Nolan Smith. And so a mistake there from the linebacker allows for an extra yardage on what was a very tight fit throw. Now handoff to Pacheco, picks up 3. That's true, yeah. Phil has it that the 2 brutal picks is really what changed that game. As a quick throw over the middle to Valdez Scantling on the receiving end, and a nice dart up the middle from Mahomes. As some good protection allows him some opportunity to find his guy downfield coming open in some space. Mahomes. Pacheco on the right hip. A handoff goes to Pacheco inside zone. Lots of room to work with, and he gets a first down. Nice blocking up front. Allowed a pretty decent-sized hole as he was able to kind of sort his way through the traffic in there and get himself a quick 11 yards. 1st and 10. Pacheco again, same run. And Pacheco this time goes for 4. So 2nd and 6. Mahomes hands it off. Clyde Edwards-Helaire this time carrying the rock. And he is going to pick up a few more. 3rd and 4 coming. Mahomes. Now to the outside, he's got his tight end. Noah Gray on the reception. A little flat route there. Just working the underneath and continuing to pick up yards here as they actually were just short. I didn't catch the spot. 4th and inches here. They're going to go for it too. Mahomes flips it out. We hate that on 4th down, and it does get blown up. A turnover on downs. That's a terrible play call on the 4th and inches. Madden should know better. It never seems to work. It does in real life, but for whatever reason in Madden, the stretch plays on 4th and short seems to be an absolute no-go. And sure enough, they blow that one up and a turnover on down. So Jalen Hurts is going to get the ball over, and crisis averted for this defense as it looked like Mahomes and the Chiefs were about to score. Dallas Goedert, the receiver, on this one. He picks up 4. Now Hurts got it complete. And a strike to A.J. Brown. He was 10th overall. Dorsey did make that, was part of that pick. Certainly, I think he was the GM at the time, but he was 10th overall. And now setting up the screen, and once again, screen doesn't work, and this time results in a big ugly sack, because that's what Madden does. Ugh, it didn't work last time. Not sure why you're doing it again. The over-reliance, and especially for how ineffective the screen is in this game, is a bit frustrating. Now emptying out the backfield. 2nd and 20. They're in it deep, and just too far for his receiver. Actually, fortunate that one wasn't picked, as that one was a little bit airmailed by Jalen Hurts. Now pressure coming. He's going to take a big sack up the middle. Jones getting home. His first sack of the ball game. And the Eagles' woes continue. They go absolutely nowhere here on that drive. Although the Chiefs seem to have found something going, as they probably should have gotten in, but ran the stretch play on 4th and inches. Like that you're going for it. Don't like the fact that you're going for it on 4th and inches with a stretch play. Hey, what's up, Larry? Welcome in. Hope you're having a fine Sunday. Yeah, the Eagles' O-line certainly is struggling in this one, Wendell. Acting like they don't know how to block. Yes, I agree, especially on that screenplay, and then right after that with the big sack, just some ugly blocking up front. Not a lot of protection. And speaking of ugly blocking, that one blown up by Nolan Smith right up the middle. Pacheco had nothing he could do. Excuse me, Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean got in there very quickly and blew that one up. Mahomes, ace formation, 2nd and 12. Pressure coming, and he's going to take a big sack. Nobody picked up Hassan Reddick, and he's going to get his first sack of the ball game. Can't leave him alone on the edge. He'll get home every time. 3rd and 18. Now setting up a screen. Gross. It goes nowhere. And the Chiefs go 3 and out. So now we've had 4 3 and outs in this ball game. Only one productive drive. It was for the Chiefs earlier, but they turned it over on downs in the red zone on an ugly stretch play. So a lot of early maddening, just kind of gross play calls. A lot of screens going backwards. Some ugly sacks. Not so great blocking up front. And so far this has been a bit of an ugly matchup here between these two squads that probably should be looking a lot better than this. But unfortunately for Madden and the play calling and some of the situational football, it's been a pretty ugly game. But we can certainly hope that that will turn itself around here in this game, as we are still waiting for the Eagles offense to get off the bus. Hopefully we'll see them here. This is their 3rd drive of the ball game. So far only 2 3 and outs to their name. Jalen Hurts out of the end zone, and he's going to take a safety. Oh, gross. Gross. So Jones scores the first points of the ball game, and it's a safety because that's the way this ball game has been. Jones with his 2nd sack, and it's going to be a safety. And so the Chiefs are going to get the ball back after this punt from the safety. And just an ignominious start to this ball game. The Eagles have been horrendous on offense. The Chiefs have not been much better, although they did have the one good drive of this. Whoa, an ugly, nearly dropped ball there. I thought for a second it was going to result in a turnover. Fortunate to get it off of the bounce. That was a bit surprising there. As Richie James was able to recover that somehow. Hey, Fellegren, welcome in. Go Browns. Pacheco with some space, and then he's finally finding some room. Nice little Olay in the middle of there to get some extra yardage. 2nd and 5. Mahomes now airing it deep, got a man wide open. He's got it complete. Sammy Watkins down there. Excuse me, not Sammy Watkins. Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney with all kinds of space here, as you see him just settle in that opening, in that void, and then Mahomes finds him and fires it downfield to get a bunch of yardage. And finally, some good production here for the Chiefs. Now looking good after that punt from the safety, in very good field position now. Fakes the handoff and then throws it to the same man. That's Clyde Edwards-Helaire out on the outside. And that one will pick up 7. Yeah, I agree, Wendell. That's probably the only way you'd ever see like this kind of a football game turn out that way. Is we're gonna get it. Oh, could it go? He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney. What a play that was. For a minute, I thought he was going to be brought down about the 4-yard line, but he just got whirled around and kind of stretched out the ball to break the plane. Nice effort here. He found some space, broke a tackle. You see him get tackled near the end zone there, but just the way he was tackled, he kind of whirled to it. He brought the ball around behind him and was able to get the ball across the plane. A nice touchdown to capitalize on the safety, and suddenly the Chiefs, with a very important early lead in this ball game, they badly need a win, and they are up 9-0. with 1:30 left in the first quarter. And if the Chiefs Chiefs defense continues to play well and keeps this high-flying Eagles offense in neutral, which they've been absolutely, they've almost been in reverse in this game. If they can continue that trend, this will go very well. There's a handoff to Swift. He's going to pick up one. Now from under center. Swift, the single back. Swift gets the handoff, and he's going to go nowhere. So, 2 runs in a row get a net of 1 yard. Now trips to the right, Swift on the left hip. Hurts to pass. Hurts scrambling in the pocket, he's going to take a sack. Another 3 and out. So that is the third 3 and out for these Eagles. And of course, the only other drive they had ended in a very first snap safety. And that's the score of the tape. There's the awful stats for the Eagles, as you see it. After the first quarter, they are struggling mightily with the 3 and outs and 1 single snap drive that resulted in a safety. And here we are with the Chiefs. They've got all of the offensive production in this ball game and all of the points, 9-0. Wendell says this Pee Wee players are better than this, and surprisingly, in some respects, I don't disagree with you. It's just been, and that's more so because of the situational football. That was a nice play. A strike downfield to Kadarius Toney is complete on the sideline. That was a beaut. What a throw that was from Mahomes on the run. Just a touch pass along the sideline, puts it where only Toney can get it, and Toney manages to get his feet in bounds. That was beautiful. What a throw. What a catch. 1st and 10. Mahomes now in the zone. That means he can throw extra far. Maybe he won't underthrow like we saw in early going to this one. 2nd and 10. Underthrew a guy with 2 steps. This one complete to the outside. That is Rashee Rice on the reception. The rookie with a few highlights so far in this game. He's had 2 catches now. Third and 5. Mahomes with an empty backfield. Pass over the middle. He's got it complete. Rashee Rice again. And now Mahomes 12 of 14 for 135 yards and a touchdown. Is putting together a nice effort here. He's got to avoid the interceptions in this ball game. But so far, it's been all Chiefs. Now Mahomes trips to his right. He throws out to the right. There's Kelsey for his first grab of the day. A little bit late to be mixing in Kelsey already into the second quarter. You'd expect him a little earlier in this one, but he does pick up 5 on this one. Now a little pop pass goes to Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice gets down near the first down, and he's gonna get credit for it. A first down for the Chiefs. Now on the 12-yard line, they can pick up a first down, or they go to the end zone. And lucky that one wasn't picked. Trying for Kadarius Toney, but not a great throw. Mahomes trips to his right. Back to pass pressure. Cutman, he's going to take the sack from the backside. Josh Sweat gets in there in a hurry. And a 3rd and 16 coming. Hey, 504, welcome in. That is a pretty solid start. Of course, the red zone sacks don't help. Now, empty backfield here. Mahomes. Pressure coming. He's going to unload under the middle, and it was broken up. Intended for Rashee Rice in the end zone. And this one is going to stall out with a field goal attempt. The kick is up. It is good. So, the Chiefs now lead 12-0. and in what has been a very unusual game to match the score. Not kind of what you expected, certainly not out of the Eagles. They've been absolutely anemic on offense. And then the Chiefs, they've struggled in this season, so good to see them actually come out and do some things and have some things going their way. Would like to see the Eagles wake up here. They've been absolutely awful to start on offense. Jalen Hurts now throws it out to the outside. Lucky that wasn't 6. He nearly threw that one to Brian Cook, but instead it was incomplete. Jalen Hurts now 2nd and 10 over the middle. He's got it complete for the first down for the Eagles in the ball game. There it is. We have it. That one goes to Quez Watkins. And the Eagles are in business with a first down. 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts scrambling in the pocket, throws it, and dangerously tipped, but falls incomplete. He intended it for Goddard. 2nd and 10. Well, handoff goes to Swift. Swift fighting for some yards, does manage to find a few, and he picks up 5. 3rd and 5 coming. Well, pistol look here for the Eagles. Fakes the handoff to Swift, who picks up a blocker, and then this is going to be thrown away. So after the successful first down, the Eagles are going to punt again. So their drives so far in this game have ended punt, punt, safety, punt, punt. And yes, indeed, Fellegren, boo. It's been tough to watch the Eagles so far. The Chiefs are going to have to start with some rough field position here, though. And that was a really nice punt. Down at the 5, 1st and 10. Pacheco with some space. He's going to take advantage of it, pick up 5, and get them a little further out of the shadow of their end zone here. 2nd and 5. Emptying out the backfield for Mahomes. Back to pass. Quick throw over the middle. He's got Rashee Rice, and that one is good for a first down. Now out to the 17. Tight bunch formation to his right. Pacheco lone back. Actually, that may be, it is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Over the middle, he's got Kelsey wide open. And a beautiful throw, kind of off his back foot, but managed to float it out there for his tight end. And Kelsey getting involved in an important spot there. And a first down. Not great mechanics, but Mahomes makes it work. And Kelsey was indeed wide open. Now trips out to his right side, Mahomes, with Pacheco on his left hip. Over the middle to Pacheco. Kind of working the underneath to his outlet there. 2nd and 5. That was his 2nd reception of the ball game for Pacheco. Now a handoff to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, fighting through 2 tacklers, but brought down by the 3rd. Picks up 2, a 3rd and 3. Mahomes to pass. Oh, nice little catch there through traffic. That was Clyde Edwards-Helaire. For a minute there, I thought the defender had a better spot on it and might come up with an interception, but it said Clyde Edwards-Helaire does make the catch just before the defender could get there, and then he breaks the tackle through the catch and is able to get some extra yardage out of it. Nice little play for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. First and 10. Well, handoff goes to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who is not going to have a lot of room to work with, and he'll pick up 2. Mahomes. Now buried in the backfield there as Carter got in. And Jalen Carter just absolutely buries Mahomes. 3rd and 15. Emptying out the backfield, but bringing Kadarius Toney in there with him now in motion. Mahomes goes to Tony on a little out route. Not sure why you're drawing that up on 3rd and 15 when it only picked up 2 yards. And so the Chiefs will have to punt. At least they're punting, though, because if this was the Browns, that would have been the stupid long field goal attempt. Because we have Cade York, and he has a big leg, and that's what Madden thinks that the Browns should do with that big leg kicker, is kick stupid field goals from forever far away. Little stretch out to the left side results in the second first down for these Eagles. 1st and 10 now as DeAndre Swift finds some room out on that left perimeter and able to pick up a nice first down. And the Eagles obviously hoping to build on it as they have struggled mightily, and getting DeAndre Swift going would be a good recipe for success. Maybe open up some passing lanes. 1st and 10. Hurts to pass. Pressure coming. And then he's going to unload downfield. And that one nearly picked. That would have been for 6 as well. He was fortunate that one was dropped. 2nd and 10. 4-man rush. Hurts over the middle. He's got it complete. He's got Smith. Devontae Smith. Now Jalen Hurts to his right side. And a 4th and inch is coming, and they're going to punt. That one caught out of bounds. Yes, Mahomes does look like Mahomes here. I agree. Yeah, the Georgia Eagles D-line. You're right. that is what this D-line for the Eagles is. It's the Georgia transplanted to Philly D-line. And yes, appreciate that, fella. The likes do help us get this product out to the masses for more viewers and more people, more eyes on, and hopefully more subscribers. And we very much appreciate those likes, and we also appreciate the subscriptions. Those that haven't already, we'd appreciate that if you would be so kind. If you enjoy the product, we'd very much like that. So appreciate that. 3rd and 10. Mahomes. All kinds of time. Loads downfield and can't quite come up with the reception is Valdez-Scantling. And so the Chiefs are going to have to punt. Bit more of a defensive struggle than we might have anticipated in this ball game, as the Chiefs have managed to put together a few nice drives, but at times have been looking a little hit or miss as well. And the Eagles, of course, have been all kinds of struggle busing early in this game, as their offense has really not been able to put much together at all. As now this one goes aired downfield, and a terrible platform throw intended for Devontae Smith, but well overthrown. Terrible mechanics there from Jalen Hurts. This one fakes the handoff. DeAndre Swift now scrambling in the pocket, unloading downfield again off platform, and this time he pays. It's going to be picked by the Chiefs, and he's got it past midfield. That one was an absolute mistake. We just talked about the mechanics and how they are an issue. That one thrown off the back foot, and Tramari Connor comes up with an interception, as it was just a jump ball at that point, well underthrown, as Connor comes up with the pick and is able to return it past midfield, and the Chiefs are in business here. Let's see if they can put something together off of the turnover. Mahomes over to the left side, nearly caught by Valdez-Scantling, ticked up by the defender first, but Valdez-Scantling almost came up with it, but it goes incomplete instead. Mahomes now setting up a screen. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with some blockers up front. He's actually going to make something happen on a screen for once. A successful screen. Clyde Edwards-Helaire picks up 9. Yeah, Chiefs don't try for the field goal. Yes, it's amazing that they didn't try the 64-yarder or whatever it would have been. The Browns certainly would have. Now 3rd and 1. Mahomes back to pass, setting up another screen, and this time he's going to be caught in the backfield He is going to get positive yardage. That was Pacheco. But not much. And 4th and inch is coming. An interesting choice coming here for the Chiefs as they're just past midfield. Do they kick the long field goal or do they try for it? Of course, they tried for it earlier in this ball game, and the stretch got blown up for a turnover on down. So they're going to try for the field goal instead after their last unsuccessful 4th and inches. This one from 54. Kick is up. Kick is good. So the Chiefs extend their lead now as they are in the so common 15-0 scoreline here. You know, the ever so common 15-0. Two touchdowns and a single point somehow. Or two touchdowns with one PAT and one 2-point conversion randomly. I don't, you know, but of course realistically they got that safety and then the field goals with the one touchdown, which is how we're at a 15-0 score line here. Some struggles for the Chiefs, obviously. More struggles coming. Jalen Hurts taking a big sack and a timeout taken. 3rd and 17 as that Georgia Eagles D-line gets home yet again. Or excuse me, that's the other side. I'm thinking that was Jalen Hurts taking a sack. So those are the Chiefs. Chiefs with a sack. Of course, they are not nearly as Georgia stacked as the Eagles. And so the Eagles' offensive woes continue, and another punt coming for the Eagles as their day continues to be less than illustrious. They have been very lethargic on offense, to say the least, and yet another punt. Yeah, no, that's true. Madden does not know how to make the Eagles shine the way that they're designed because they run a unique offense to make this personnel grouping work the way it's intended. You're absolutely right. So not really Sirianni's offense, so it doesn't really match, and unfortunately they kind of suffer for it. Now, that being said, it's the Chiefs that have struggled in the season, not the Eagles. The Eagles have been much better on the season than the Chiefs, so this outcome a little bit, surprising from that aspect at least so far in this game, as the Chiefs have been by far the more dominant team, even though they're 2-5 on the season, whereas the Eagles are 4-3. Handoff up the middle goes to Pacheco. Pacheco's got some space and does pick up a first down. Nice little effort from him up the middle. And somehow Will Levis is 7-1. Yes, we don't really understand that. He was very good. Ironically, Phil, he was really good, previous seasons when we were just projecting him to be with the Titans, and they just happened that he ended up with the Titans anyway. But he was really good for them then, before he'd officially gone to So for whatever reason, Madden really thinks that Will Levis and the Titans are an excellent fit. As he has been very, very good for them. So anyway, that discussion brought us to the end of the half. So we're going to start the third quarter here. Eagles have the ball first in this 15-point hole. They really need some points, but they got to start with first downs. There's a first down. That's their third of the ball game, as he's got it complete out to the outside. I didn't catch the number on that one, but he did have it complete. Now DeAndre Swift fighting for some yardage, and he is going to get 9.5 on that one. 2nd and inches coming. DeAndre Swift picks up his own first down there on the very next carry. Nice effort run from him. And so another first down for the Eagles. They've now strung together 2 in one drive. That is a first in the ball game. for the Eagles. DeAndre Swift this time only picks up 1. Yeah, that's true. Truth, Phil. Absolutely true. That the AFC South in Madden really is not good. And they don't believe in the Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence at all. So, there is a lot more belief in them probably in the national media and probably, in that locker room, I would imagine, than the faith that Madden has in that unit. 1st and 10, the third first down for the Eagles here in this drive. Now past midfield for the first time in the ballgame. Oh, fires downfield, intended for Goddard, I believe, and that was incomplete. 2nd and 10. Jalen Hurts kind of working in the pocket, got it out to the outside, intended for Devontae Smith, but can't come up with a catch. An ugly drop, really, for Devontae Smith out on the perimeter. Yes, it seems like a halftime adjustment, at least so far. They seem a lot better on offense than they had been in the entire first half. Jalen Hurts now got it complete underneath, and that is not nearly enough. He got it to his outlet, DeAndre Swift, and so the Eagles are going to settle for a long field goal, which certainly feels like a defeat here after a good effort, but only 3 points after their first successful drive of the ball game, the first one that really had any chance of resulting in anything other than a punt or a safety, but it only goes for 3 points. Yes, apparently jinxed by Phil and Chad. As a nice return here, goes past the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Rashee Rice is going to score. We don't see those ever on the channel. I looked up and saw he had broken loose. I wasn't even watching it because I didn't expect anything out of it. But a kickoff return for a touchdown. Rashee Rice, the rookie, goes the distance. And a huge, huge response from the Chiefs on special teams as they're going to take a 22-3 lead here after that special teams kickoff return for a touchdown. What a play! I only got excited about it halfway through because I wasn't even watching it because I just expected it to be the normal he gets tackled. What? No big deal. Returns for like 7 yards or like 20 yards at the most. But like that time he got to like midfield, I looked up what's happening. Suddenly he's gone. He hit a hole and he was going. So nice play from Rashee Rice. Takes it the distance. Very exciting special teams play there for the Chiefs. And now the Eagles have to respond. Fakes the handoff to DeAndre Swift, and he's going to take a big sack right up the middle. Jones with his third of the ball game. Yeah, Rice really does have some wheels, and that was very evident there on that play as we saw him just absolutely take off up the hole. Yeah, no, I mean, we've seen it very, very rarely on the channel. It's super uncommon. I think that's our third one in channel history. Is that right? Back me up on that, Phil. Is that our third? Because I think we got the very first one ever on the very first game we ever had on the channel, and then from JoJo Natson, I believe, very first one we ever. Very first game ever on the channel from JoJo Natson happened. And then after that, I think there was only one that we just saw like last month or the month before that just recently finally did it again. But it had been years in between. So the fact that we saw one, like literal years on the channel in between, which the fact that we saw one back to back or so close together was very surprising. So Mahomes with great field position here with an opportunity to extend this big lead, as he is going to start out just shy of midfield. Mahomes now over the middle. He got a wide open, or not really wide open, but he got Valdez Scantling anyway. Nice throw to get it in there before the defender could get to his mark. No, not the bye week. They are playing the Steelers in Week 9. I guess with the I kind of expected it to go the other way, but to have back-to-back Browns games, but instead Phil elected to do the spotlight games first, so we're going to conclude Week 9 with the Browns rather than start the week with the Browns. And that may, I don't know, that may be the oh, nice somehow complete. I'm not sure how Pacheco is able to come up with that. But threading the needle from Patrick Mahomes, and a little dart hits Pacheco in the midst of all that traffic. But no, so that may be the new standard is the hit the playoff or the spotlight games of the week first, and then Browns to wrap up weeks. That may be how we go from here on out. I don't know. Second and 13. Mahomes now to his outlet. He's got Pacheco. Pacheco is going to pick up a few. Call it 5. Yeah, collective schedules indeed. Now setting up a screen. He's got it to Pacheco, and that one is going to be quickly brought down. And a 4th and 9 coming. Yeah, it has been a busy summertime schedule here for Nagy on Sports. We've had a lot going on, so doing the best we can to bring the content to you in the opportunities, but obviously this is a side gig that we enjoy in our free time, and not something that we do full time, either of us. So the Eagles are going to have the ball here at the 25 after that field goal. He's got it complete to DeAndre Swift over the middle. And that'll pick up 6. Eagles desperately need some fireworks here. They've got to stretch the field early and often. Throws underneath like that one, not going to be very successful. A.J. Brown does pick up a first down, but he needs a lot more. A lot faster if they're going to want to catch up in this ballgame. He gets it complete again to A.J. Brown over the middle this time. That's a little bit more like what they need. But we're closing in on the waning moments of the third quarter. And so far, this one has been all Chiefs. The Eagles only have the 3 points to their name. The Chiefs with 25. So a solid 3-touchdown scoreline here for the Chiefs, and the Eagles need some action in a hurry, as Goddard has that one for a pickup of 6. Tight bunch to his left. Jalen Hurts out of the gun. Now over the middle. He's got it complete on the skinny post to Quez Watkins. And another first down. So the Eagles finally putting something together here. As you see the nice look at the little skinny post route there, just maintaining the inside leverage there on the route. And well thrown from Jalen Hurts to put it on him. This one to DeAndre Swift. Picks up only a yard or 2. Call it 2 yards. 2nd and 8 coming. Hurts to pass. Now scrambling for his life. Throwing it to the sideline and just manages to get it to his outlet there. Jalen Hurts, I thought he was going to throw it away at first, but Jalen Hurts was able to come up with his DeAndre Swift as his outlet. Hurts now scrambling out of the pocket to the back of the end zone. Caught! Devontae Smith, touchdown! And that's what the Eagles needed. I'm not sure how Smith got up to catch that. That was an impressive 50-50 ball that Devontae just went up to win and did manage it. So now the Eagles are going to go for 2 here. Handoff goes, and absolutely uncontested up the middle, which is not what you would expect. They stretched him out inside zone, and then DeAndre Smith makes him pay with a 2-point conversion here. Nice little pull there up the middle, and it's like the Chiefs were asleep in the middle of their D-line there. And so now 25-11, the most common of ball game score lines. That's what you always expect, right? That's got to be a scoreagami, right? 25-11? Super odd. Yeah, that one definitely should have been a replay. It was an exciting catch. I'm not sure how they didn't replay that. Over the middle, he's got Valdez-Scantling. And that one picks up all but a few inches. Second and inch is coming. Now throws out to the right side. He's got Kelsey. Kelsey just carrying the tackler for a few extra. That one, a carry up the middle for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, goes for all of 1 yard. Now Mahomes, pressure in his face, setting up a screen, and of course it's blown up. So, but fortunate for them, that was incomplete. That would have been a loss of yardage or a sack. So, incomplete is better. 3rd and 9. Mahomes working up in the pocket. Now sidearm out to the right. An absolute dart goes to Tony. Slay in on the coverage. That's Tony's 5th reception. He's now over 100 yards, 102 to be exact. So Phil has, so he said he could join us for the chat, but he had other things going on. He's got a gig later this afternoon that he needs to leave for, so he wasn't sure he's going to be able to be here for the entire broadcast, but he did say he was going to be able to be on the chat with us here for some of it at least. Nope, that'll bring us to the start of the 4th quarter in a 25-11 ball game, just like we all expected. Mahomes over the middle, he's got it complete, and that's Valdez-Scantling for a 1st down. Yeah, multitask. Perfect. Mahomes will hand off to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, fighting for some extra yards and picks up 7. Nice little run for him, spinning off a would-be tackler. Oh yeah, Wendell. He's Phil has been a musician. I mean, he teaches music. That's his profession. He is a music teacher, but he also does musical gigs on the side as well, and has done that for as long as I can remember. He's been doing that for a long time. Been doing that for a very long time. So yeah, he's doing a gig tonight. So that one was thrown away. It's a private party gig, he says. So he'll be doing the music for a private party, which should be fun. Third and 8 now from the 15. Mahomes, little pitch to Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice can't get around the edge. He's going to be tackled well short of the line to gain. 4th and 6. And so you have to imagine that yet again the Chiefs are going to kick a field goal to make this a more normalized scoreline, at least for the Chiefs. And they do kick the field goal, and it's good. So 28-11. A very odd way to get to 28 points, but they do get to 28 and have a substantial lead in this ball game, as the Eagles have a lot of work to do. Oh, cool. That's fun. That'll be a lot of fun. Should have a lot of good material to work with from that, or for that. Jalen Hurts over the middle. He's got it complete. Devontae Adams, and that's the kind of play they need to have. They need more of that. Explosive plays are important. They've got to be working downfield quickly if they want to have any chance of getting back in this ball game. First and 10. Jalen Hurts over the middle again. This one is also complete. He's got it to A.J. Brown this time. And this is the more fast-hitting offense they've needed, as they are now past midfield here on this drive. But they're going to need a lot more of that in quick succession, and potentially even some more chunk yardage than that. I mean, they've been going, 15 to 20. They need probably 30 plus, with only 10:57 left in the ball game and a 27-point hole. Or excuse me, a 17-point hole. I can do math. Yeah, I would expect it to be a lot closer game than this in real life, Wendell. Then again, I would also expect the Chiefs to be a lot better than 2-5 at this point in the season, and probably the Eagles be better than 4-3. So I don't know. Been a bit odd for both of these squads. Of course, both of them were in the Super Bowl last year. Chiefs with the victory in that one. Second and inches now. Jalen Hurts has got it complete. A.J. Brown on the left side that time. A little hook route, able to come back to the ball on that little button hook. His sixth reception now, 71 yards for him, first and 10. Jalen Hurts. Pressure coming, he's going to unload dangerously, and it's going to be picked in the end zone. Ugly throw, terrible mechanics, shouldn't have thrown it. And Cook has the pick in the end zone, and that is an absolute killer, as you see Hurts just throw it off the back foot. He had no power on the throw, well underthrown, and goes to Cook instead of his receiver. And they can't have that at all. That's his second pick of the ball game. 9:11 left in the ball. Left to play here in the ballgame, and the Chiefs are very content to just run out the clock here with 8:34 and counting. They are fully in shoot clock mode with that 17-point lead after the pick, and they don't need much here to put this one to bed. Just a few first downs. Mahomes, back to pass. He's got it complete. Clyde Edwards-Helaire out on the perimeter, out near the 40-yard line, and the clock continues to run, which is exactly what the Chiefs want here. They are in the catbird seat, and they know it, as the Eagles made a critical mistake. Jalen Hurts with an ugly throw off platform, completely off his back foot, no power to it, threw it underneath where he intended, and ended up in the hands of the wrong color jersey. Taking up all that clock are the Kansas City Chiefs, as they should. Clyde Edwards-Helaire met quickly. Pickup of 1. But 6:42 and counting here in the ball game. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with a hole, and he's got another first down. That's critical first down there, as he was able to take advantage of just the tiniest of seams in there as he just squeaked past a few defenders in the hole. As you see it there, nice little replay to see how close he was to all that traffic, but able to get through somehow to get a first down. And again, that is crucial here for the Chiefs, as they are out past midfield here with another first down. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, big hole up the middle. Not sure why they're allowing such big holes in this running attack. You know the Chiefs are going to run the ball. They want to run the clock out. So some head-scratching defense here for the Eagles, as they are just letting this one be dominated by the Chiefs. The Chiefs are in the right mode. The Eagles don't seem to understand that they can't afford this clock. This one finally well defended up the middle as Clyde Edwards-Helaire goes backwards on that one. But still a lot of clock coming off. 4:50 and counting. Another handoff goes to Pacheco. This one met very quickly in the backfield. And that is the only thing that the Eagles should have been looking for this whole time, is that kind of a play. Not sure why they were allowing so much space up the middle, but they certainly paid for it. This time, Chiefs getting a little bit cheeky with the rush up the middle. Probably should have thrown that one. But they are going to content themselves with running a lot of time off the clock and settling for a long field goal. But the damage has been done, as that was a very long drive, and regardless of the missed field goal here, it doesn't particularly matter for the Chiefs, as they did the damage with the drive that they intended. That one pushed to the left, had the distance, just missed to his left. And 3:40 is not enough time for 17 points unless you have a lot go right for you in a hurry. That one not going to help. Incomplete, stops the clock at least. But missing his receiver was Jalen Hurts, and a 2nd and 10. He's got to get chunks. He's got to go downfield, as he seems a bit gun-shy here after that ugly pick in the end zone. 3rd and 2. He can't afford the underneath throws here. That's wasting way too much time. Closing in on 3 minutes left in the ball game. That one does go underneath again. Does pick up a first down, but first downs are not what you need here. You need to score points. First downs were good early. Right now, we need points, and the Eagles, fortunate that one ends up being complete to stop the clock. That would have been a terribly ugly sack. I would have ran a lot of clock off. 2:29 left in the ball game. 2nd and 10. 28-11 the scoreline. Now finally unloading it deep, but unable to come up with his receiver. That one not a great throw for Jalen Hurts, but that's what they need. They've got to go downfield, and they've got to do it in a hurry. This one does go more downfield to A.J. Brown, complete. But again, probably too little too late, as they hit the 2-minute warning now in a 17-point hole. The Philly high school team. Yeah, you can see. I mean, they haven't been that bad, but still, it's been a bit embarrassing for the Eagles here in this game. This one complete over the middle, Quez Watkins, and again, underneath stuff is not helpful. They've got to go to the end zone. All these shots should have been to the end zone for the Eagles, as they need points and can't afford all this, all the drive. They can't afford the time. They don't have time for this. 2nd and goal. Pressure right in his face and a big sack. That's the worst possible outcome for the Eagles. They're going to take a no huddle, because that makes sense. Closing in on a minute now. Jalen Hurts to the end zone and picked. No big surprise there, as the Eagles have been absolutely flummoxing on offense. Just not really something that you can explain what they're thinking or what they've been doing. Again, a very ugly off-platform throw intended for Devontae Smith. Ended up underthrown. Goes to the defense. And a pick for the 3rd interception for these Chiefs. And that will be all that the Chiefs need to close this one out with a nice, resounding victory that they badly needed. Now bringing their record to 3-5. And the Eagles are going to slip to 4-4 as we now hit the triple zeros at the end of this ball game, and not really what we expected in this ball game, as it was a bit head-scratching at times, especially for those Eagles. The Eagles were awful in this game for the most part. And the Chiefs looked more like the Chiefs like you'd expect, but they desperately needed a win. So here's a look at the stats. Jalen Hurts, 27 of 44, 260, 61 completions with those 3 interceptions. He did have 1 touchdown, but those 3 picks really hurt. They were ugly. DeAndre Swift, 10 attempts, 41 yards, 4.1 average. He struggled, was not very good on the day. A.J. Brown, the leading receiver, with 90 yards, 7 catches. And then Goddard was 6 for 38. Watkins, 5 for 64. So leading tackler was Maddox with 15, Nakobe Dean with 15, and then Nolan Smith with 14 on the day. A bunch of TFLs in there. 3 sacks, Carter, Sweat, and Reddick on the day for the Eagles. No interceptions for the Eagles. Look at the Chiefs. Mahomes was 34 of 44 for 291, 77%, 1 touchdown. It was enough. That's all he needed, really. He wasn't great, but he got it done. Pacheco was 14 attempts for 42 yards. Edwards-Helaire, 14 for 48, so nice balance between the two of them. Kelsey, 6 receptions for 52. Rice, 6 for 32. Pacheco, and then, of course, Kadarius Toney, 5 for 102. He was the big highlight reel today on those big catches downfield. Of course, he had that 1 touchdown early in the ball game. Leading tackler for the Chiefs was McDuffie, and then Tranquil with 10. McDuffie had 11. 5 TFLs for Jones, then Nande. 4 sacks for Jones, 3 for Nande. Karlaftis with a half sack, and half sack for Uzomah. 1 interception for Snead, Connor, and Cook. Big day for the defense here for the Chiefs, and really that was the big difference in this one, is they just shut the Eagles completely down and turned over Jalen Hurts 3 times. Rashee Rice, of course, with the 1 special teams kickoff return for a touchdown that was so electric, and lots of fun here on the channel. So thank you for joining us here on Nagy on Sports. Really appreciate having you. This one's certainly not the game that we all expected, but we always have fun bringing it. We appreciate you being on, and appreciate you subscribing to the channel and the likes that we receive on these. We very much appreciate those as well. So there's a look at the rest of the Week 9 schedule. Of course, we're going to have the Cleveland Browns versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. We are 5-3. The Steelers are 3-5 in that one. That'll wrap up our Week 9. We'll have that here coming for you on the channel here soon, to be determined, but we'll let you know in the Discord when that will be coming. If you haven't had a chance to join us on the Discord to get those notifications, you can find the link to that in the description of this or any of our videos. But for today, we'll say go Chiefs, but as always, go